Hello epic viewers throughout the multiverse, prepare to indulge in experiencing sheer bliss, because today I'm going to commence my early review about the Figuarts Itachi Uchiha action figure that is slated to be released come 2016. Is this action figure a paradigm of perfection? Is this action figure the epitome of resounding perfection? Is this action figure the embodiment of perfection? That's subjective, that's for you to determine. You could assess this figurine's merits to determine whether or not he warrants a staggering premium price of at least $48. Is this figurine meritorious? Is this figurine stellar? I love this figurine's deco. I love his aesthetics. I love his hues. I love his novelties. I love his sculpt. I love his appearance. He truly emulates Itachi Uchiha from the comic books. I also love his textures and his shadings. I likely mentioned that already, but I just wanted to solidify my points. I truly love this figurine because I have a proclivity to love Naruto Shippuden merchandise. He's truly extraordinary in nearly all facets. He possesses ample points of articulation. His knees and elbows are likely double jointed. His head is likely relegated to a disjoint. He likely comes bundled with interchangeable hands in conjunction with interchangeable faces. He's likely comprised of PVC as well as ABS plastic. He likely stands close to 5.7 inches tall, so therefore he's bound to coincide eminently well with the 6-inch action figure collection. This is a prodigious, remarkable, exquisite, extraordinary, stupendous figurine. I love the fact that he looks intimidating. I love the fact that he captures the essence of Itachi Uchiha. This figurine has intrinsic value as well as extrinsic value. He'll likely amplify in value in the coming years. He'll likely appreciate in value. A figurine of this caliber is by no means cheap to obtain. Maybe in the future when you could print him out via a 3D printer, but 3D printers are not preordained to become mainstream anytime soon, so you'll just have to wait. But if you want to procure this figurine next year, you'll have to succumb to paying a hefty, whopping, staggering premium price of at least $48, which is unfortunate, and that's my only gripe appertaining to this figurine. I love the fact that this figurine possesses a copious amount of points of articulation. I love the fact that he has a high quality sculpt. I love the fact that he can be placed into nearly any dynamic pose, and I love the fact that he truly captures Itachi Uchiha from the Naruto Shippuden series. He's the quintessential version of Itachi Uchiha. In the past we had a 4-inch Itachi Uchiha action figure as well as a 8+ inch Itachi Uchiha action figure. The one that was 7 or 8 or 9 inches tall that was released by Mattel. It may have actually been taller, that's why I said 8+ inches, because I was just insinuating that it is likely taller than 8 inches. But that figurine does not coincide eminently well with the 6-inch action figure collection because it's too tall. But this figurine scales well with the 6-inch action figure collection, since every inch on him is supposed to denote a foot of Itachi Uchiha's height, which is how it should be. So he's a more refined version of Itachi Uchiha, to say the least. Now the 4-inch version of Itachi Uchiha that was released post Mattel desisting from producing Naruto Shippuden action figures is flimsy, is shoddy, is fragile, and can easily become severed. So that's not a high quality figurine. This figurine, however, is. I love the fact that he comes with accessories. I love the fact that Naruto Shippuden action figures are still being churned out in modern times. I love the fact that we finally can seize the opportunity to possess an Itachi Uchiha figurine that has a myriad of points of articulation. So nearly any dynamic pose with this figurine is possible. If you can conceive it, if you can imagine it, if you could think of it, you can probably pose him into nearly any dynamic pose as you see fit. So I love how you have discretion for poses and have tremendous latitude for dynamic poses. Now, I'd have to rate this figurine to be a 7 out of 10. Why? I have to look at this figurine from an objective perspective. In the past, you've had the Toy Biz Marvel Legends figurines, the renowned Toy Biz Marvel Legends figurines that retailed for $8 each. They came bundled with a stellar accessory as well as a comic book. They had over 30 points of articulation. A decade later, or nearly a decade later, after Toy Biz becoming defunct, we have Bandai producing this SH Figuarts action figure line of figurines that retail for roughly $50 each, or possibly even more in the secondhand market. So it's just unfortunate that we have to pay at least 600% more to get a figure that is arguably on par with the Toy Biz Marvel Legends action figure. I realize that the standards I realize that the standards have plunged and have plummeted, and I realize that the standards have plunged and plummeted post Toy Biz becoming defunct, but that doesn't necessarily correlate with this figurine being a 10 out of 10 based on modern standards, because for $10 you can still obtain decent figurines. The pivotal question here is whether or not you're better off getting $50 worth of action figures on eBay or in the retail stores, or just purchasing this one figurine. So based on everything you could get on the second-hand market and in the retail stores, I have to rate this figurine to be 7 out of 10, because you could forgo buying this figurine and purchase high-quality Toy Biz Marvel Legends figurines on eBay, or alternatively still purchase high-quality figurines, whether that would entail buying NECA action figures, or whether that would entail buying other figurines turned out by Bandai that retail for under $10. I mean, you have a myriad of choices, you have a plethora of choices, you have an abundance of action figures to choose from. So because this action figure is so expensive, I'd rate him to be a 7 out of 10. The figurine has tremendous intrinsic value. If you're an avid, devout Naruto fan, then by all means consider buying him. If you detest and disdain the Naruto series and you may want to forgo buying this figurine, it's up to you. Implement decisions based on your own volition. I hope that you found this review to be enthralling and intriguing. Have a wonderful, marvelous day. Goodbye.